Hill. Oh, Snake here with another figure review. Now, here we have all my lovely little box opening I've just done, and I cannot wait. I wish I could just crack these all open right now. There's a big old play with them all. I mean, look at them and do a focused review. Not play. I'm not a child. I don't play with figures anymore. Moving on. But it's kind of been hard which one to start with. I really want to crack the Clayface open, but I also want to do Arrow, and I want to do the Flash, Canary. I want to do all of these. But the only one I think I'm going to do to start off with is Batman. But you already knew that because, of course, you've read the title, which is up here, or actually it's more like down here nowadays, isn't it? So let's get a closer look at Batman. Let's have a closer look at Batman in his packaging. So as you can see, we've got a really cool like open window box here with some great kind of like, looks like armor of his actual armor at the top here with a bit of the bat symbol, and then down the side you've got some like snow by the looks of it, maybe in the background. I can't quite remember. Oh no, it's the Batmobile in the background. That's pretty cool. And then of course you've got Batman Arkham Knight in the front here, Batman #1, some warnings, some advertisements, and of course the DC Collectables logo. You can also see his couple of accessories, got additional hands, his zipline and a batarang. And then onto the side you have kind of like a wireframe model of it. Batman Arkham Knight, Batman DC Collectables #1, because this is the first in the series. Scrolling around to the back you can see you get the other figures in the series. Now I neglected to get Harley Quinn, but I will be getting her, and I will be getting Arkham Knight as well. But I do have Scarecrow, so I have these two so far. Nice like burnt emblem of the Batman, and it says here sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. And we've got a DC Comics logo down the bottom there, and then on the bottom of the box you can see some manufacturer information. And like I said, at the top of the box you've got a picture of the Bat logo. And then this side you can see an open picture, 2 proofs of the figure, and you can see everything that's going on in there. So, without further ado, let's crack this bad guy open. Well, good guy really, but anyway. Just taking a quick moment here to show you the actual Batmobile there, and it's basically just the Batmobile. I think that's the same picture. It looks like it's just kind of curled around, but very simplistic in that. Not quite sure if the Scarecrow's the same, but we'll look at that later. And we are back, and my god, this is probably the best Batman figure I think I've actually ever owned. I only really have like one nitpick with it, and it's a minor gripe, and I could potentially easily fix it, but it would kind of alter the look, and that's simply the hip articulation. It's quite restricted. If they made this a soft rubber piece like NECA do, this thing would be awesome. I don't know, one other kind of guess nitpick is the, I don't know what it's called, I can't think what it's called, like the oil they put your figures for factory releases. His shoulders were soaked, and I mean soaked. There was so much of this oily stuff that comes off of it, it's ridiculous. But besides that, this guy is truly an amazing figure. This figure is actually one of the best figures that I've seen DC Collectables do in a long time, and it's making me very optimistic for their future projects. I really hope that the rest of the Arkham Knight figures are going to be as good as this one. Comes with quite a good number of accessories. We have the Batarang and the grapple zipline, plus it comes with an additional hand. So I don't know what this is for though. Maybe to hold a sword? I don't know. It kind of looks like it's to hold something, but I don't know what. But that one's definitely for holding the zip line because it's got the fingers apart just the right amount. So let's take a closer look at this figure and his accessories. Okay, so his first accessory is the Batarang. Now I think this is a bit thicker than the original one we got with the Season 4 Batman. Definitely does feel a bit thicker. I can't honestly remember where I put that one currently. Nope, can't remember. But this is definitely a bit bigger than that. Still, simple design, very holly. Unfortunately, it doesn't collapse or expand. It's just a solid piece. But it's nice enough, and there's a bit of silver on the actual blade edge there to just highlight that. The next accessory is the zip line. One of my more favourite gadgets in the games. It makes getting around long distances a lot quicker and easier. It'd be cool if these two little things move, but unfortunately they don't. Now be careful when you take them out. I almost snapped these in popping them out because they didn't want to move. So do be careful with that. But overall it's got a really nice design. There's a nice bit of silver in the middle and on the barrel releases, I guess. Unfortunately I've got a bit of a bleed here. It's like the belt kind of bleed there. But all in all, nice design, simple, nice colours, and very accurate to the game. Well, I say the game, the Arkham City game and the Asylum game. I haven't actually, of course, played Night as it's not out yet. And then his additional hand. Rather, this is the hand that comes with the figure equipped in the box. And you see he's got some nice like scale arm there, and then some nice knuckle covers, and then some simple leathery kind of grips to the actual hand itself. And these do pop out really easy, and I'll show you that in a bit. And then of course the Dark Knight himself. Now as you can see, the chest plates themselves are more of a gunmetal colour, wherein the bat symbol is black, and then you have these kind of like Kevlar parts going over his cape. Now they do go over his shoulders, around them, and they kind of help, I think, keep the cape in line. There's like lots of like reinforcements and supports going around on the cowl and the neck here. All in all though, looking at the head sculpt, I definitely think this is a better sculpt than what we've seen previously. With the exception of Arkham Origin, that was actually a really good head sculpt, but the first Batman, the head sculpt was just weird. And I will grab that in a sec for a comparison. Continuing down, you can see that his armour itself, it kind of has a bit like a dirt theme going throughout it, and the paint seems to be a bit inconsistent. So like you can see here, there's a lot of grey on the actual joint, whereas this one there's a lot of a lighter grey. And then on the right side here, like his abdominal is highlighted, but the lines inside seem to be almost filled in. Very, very peculiar how they've done that. And then you've got the belt with some pockets and some great designs in these. Lots of different designs and things going on around with these pockets here. Just turn it to the side, you can see the intricate design of them, and the way they've highlighted them really makes them stand out quite nice. The thing I think's weird, I don't know if it's going to be in the game, is the belt pockets don't really continue around to the back. Which I think is weird. And then the gauntlet design is very techy and very intricate, and the blades are quite small. I'm surprised about that. But they do look really, really nice with the rest of the actual batsuit. Continuing again down on the trousers, you can see that he's got more of that black design going throughout, and then the two shades of grey. And then coming all the way down to the very bottom, you can see he's got his boots there, which are scuffed up and have lots of like paint chips and wear and tears, or like the flecker effect of the paint. Scrolling around to the back of the boots, now these are actually a black with a gunmetal, and then if we come higher up you can see that there's different greys on the actual back of the legs, and there's some blacks going around. Some blacks on the crotch there. Lots of plating and lots of different details to highlight this batsuit. It's a very, very cool design. I wasn't overly fond of it when I first saw it in the trailer, but I must admit it has grown on me. And then of course the actual cape itself has a really nice, almost like layered look to it. It's very, very cool. Okay, articulation. Now the head is on a ball joint and it can go up that much and down that much. You do get some pivot from side to side and you can rotate it around 360 degrees. The shoulders are on ball hinges, and the interesting thing is this shoulder pad is attached at the bicep, so it's a completely loose plate like that. So you can bring the arm up that much, you can go around 360 degrees, and then you can rotate the bicep from there to there. You can probably go around 360 degrees, but it is going to kind of hinder. There's a double bend in the elbow of that much. A rotation at the wrist. This is a bit hindered because of the shape of the actual gauntlet. It does kind of stick up a bit, so it does hinder. You can probably force it round, but I wouldn't advise it. And you can go down that much and up that much. Then got an ab crunch, which will go back that far, forward that far, and then you have a waist rotation. Probably force it all around, but basically from there to there. T-cut hips, but the only problem is, like I said in the start of the video, is this is very hindrance. It's very hard plastic, so you can only do a Spartan of that. You can do splits of that, which is pretty good. Up thigh rotation from there to there. Double bend in the knee. And then you have a ankle rotation here, 360 degrees. You have to work these little kind of wingtips, and then a point from there to there, and then a pivot from there to there. So all in all, you can get a ton of articulation and posability out of that. Now swapping the hand out, just unpeg and put in the new one, which I guess you could use to hold a batarang in either hand. Okay, Batman stands to the top of his head, 7.5 inches, to the top of his horns or ears, about 7 3/4. Here he is next to the Season 4 Batman, with that weird face. Here he is next to the Arkham Origins Batman, which is currently in the middle of having a custom cape added. All in all, fits in great scale with the rest of the Arkham line, and I cannot wait to add him to my shelf. Okay, so final thoughts. Would I recommend this figure? To be honest, without even hesitating, yes. This is a great Batman figure. A great incarnation, great articulation, great amount of detail. Really, really is one that they've knocked out of the park, and I cannot wait to continue onto the rest of the line. But definitely one worth picking up if you see him or have the opportunity. He's a great Batman, even if you're not a fan of the Arkham games. Anyway guys, that is my review. I really have enjoyed doing this review. It's been a long time since I've done one, and it feels good to get back to doing this, and what a figure to come back to. Seriously, pick this figure up if you guys get a chance. It's definitely one to keep, and a great Batman figure. Just a reminder that I've recently partnered up with the Mephitsu Archives. They're a new website who are promoting my videos, and I'm also trying to help them out. We've got a new partnership going, so please check them out for the latest in action figure news, reviews, and other good stuff. There will be a link in the description down below. But as per usual guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and as per usual, please like, comment, subscribe, keep collecting, and I'm going to catch you in my next one. Bye bye.